Good morning. 5 years ago, in the book Dragon on Our Doorstep, I wrote, and this was the opening line, let alone China, India cannot beat Pakistan in war. Today, I believe that in the next war, the Pakistan military will convincingly outmatch the Indian military. This is making a big statement, and I'm aware of this. And there are three reasons why I'm saying this, and all the three reasons are linked to what happened in Jammu and Kashmir on the 5th of August 2019. But before I explain those three reasons, it is necessary that we review what I said 5 years back. Why did I say that? That India cannot beat Pakistan in war. So, to understand this, we have to go back to the basics of war. Any war should be fought at three levels. There is a lowest level called the tactical level of war. This is where the battles are fought. This is about force on force engagements. This is about attrition. Because it is about attrition, it is about bean counting of assets. How many tanks, how many guns each side has, it matters at the tactical level of war, which is where the battles are fought. Now the second level, the intermediate level, is called the operational level of war. This level of war is much more than the sum total of all the battles happening in the tactical battle space. At this, it is why it is much more is because it is heavily influenced by the third, the uppermost level of war, which is the strategic level of war. It is at the strategic level of war that synergy between the political and the military leadership should be there, should be supposedly there. And it is at that level that the nation decides on the military strategy. And it is at this level that the Pakistan military is very strong as compared to the Indian military. I will explain this strategic level in a while. I said that the Pakistan military scores heavily at the strategic level of war, at the highest level. And the reason for that is the Pakistan army chief, he controls the nation's nuclear policy, security policy, defense policy, and he brooks no interference from the political leadership or the bureaucracy, which is not the case with India. In India, there is constant interference from the political leadership and the bureaucracy. Now, when the Pakistan military is strong at the strategic level for all these reasons, they have wider choices. They have good choices, options for planning and options for execution. And they have initiative at the operational level of war. It is at this level I said that the war is won or lost. So they are better off because of this having a very strong strategic level of war. Now the other thing what the Pakistan army has done is their ISI, inter-services intelligence. ISI is responsible in Pakistan both for the internal as well as the external intelligence, and at the end of the day is responsible only to the Pakistan army chief. In my assessment, this is one of the best intelligence services in the world because they learned very fast. So to say that conventionally they are inferior is complete nonsense. Pakistan military is not inferior in war fighting because of the reasons I have explained to the Indian military. Now the situation has changed drastically, as I said. As we are aware that 1 year after August 2019, in August 2020, the Pakistan Air Force with deep help from the Chinese, from the PLA, they created what is called the Center for Artificial Intelligence and Computing. Now, I expect this will be able to deliver in at least two areas in the next war. The first area should be air defense. Air defense, traditionally, the Paki air defense has been quite good. In fact, it has been reinforced also now from a lot of equipment that they have bought from the Chinese. Having said that, if the Chinese were to help them through this Center for Artificial Intelligence and Computing, then we could be looking at artificial intelligence is all doable. Artificial intelligence in air defense, that means the OODA loop will get shortened. OODA is the observe, orient, decide, act loop, which basically means that instead of a human monitoring the air defense, it could be done by an intelligent machine. So this will be a tremendous boost to the Pakistan military. The next area that I am looking at is electronic warfare. Electronic warfare and the management of electromagnetic spectrum. The Pakistan Air Force demonstrated this convincingly on the 27th of February 2019 in what they call Operation Swift Retort, which was in answer to the Indian Air Force Balakot strikes. They showed that they were better off in electronic warfare and the management of the electromagnetic spectrum. And they already have identified in this center, Artificial Intelligence and Computing Center, cognitive electronic warfare as their top priority, focus. Well, they may not achieve that anytime soon, but certainly the electronic warfare will make some strides with artificial intelligence in that. So this is another area. Then they can have lot of from the Chinese. They will get lot of standoff specialized ammunition, missiles. All this will come from there. In other words, this we are looking at, as I said, the combined operations with the military strategy of one front reinforced war. Now a Pakistan military, I gave you the reasons which will convincingly outmatch the Indian military. So the overall situation appears very grim, and this is the reality. I'm not talking some fiction. So the answer to this is we must make peace with China, and we should look at cooperation and a win-win situation with China. Thank you.